Life can often feel chaotic, like a ship being tossed around in a storm. Every decision, every challenge pulls us in different directions, and it's easy to lose sight of what truly matters. That's where rules come in, not as rigid restrictions, but as guiding principles, a compass to navigate life's complexities. And no one understood this better than the Stoics. Stoicism, a philosophy practiced by ancient thinkers like Marcus Aurelius, Seneca, and Epictetus, teaches us how to live with discipline, resilience, and purpose. It's not just about thinking deeply, it's about acting wisely. In this video, we're diving into timeless Stoic-inspired rules for life. Simple yet profound principles to help you find clarity, stay calm under pressure, and live in alignment with your values. So let me ask you, do you have rules that guide your life? If not, what's stopping you? By the end of this video, you'll have a treasure trove of ideas to start with. Let's begin. What makes a rule for life Stoic? Rules for life are everywhere. You've likely encountered countless lists promising to unlock the secrets to success or happiness. But what makes a rule Stoic? To answer that, we turn to the foundation of Stoic philosophy, 3 timeless principles. Number 1, virtue is the highest good. For the Stoics, virtue wasn't just one of many values, it was the value. Virtue means living in alignment with wisdom, courage, justice, and self-control. Any rule that leads you closer to these principles can be called Stoic. Number 2, focus on what you can control. The Stoics were masters of letting go of what's outside their influence. Epictetus taught that true power lies in focusing only on what's within our control, our thoughts, actions, and attitudes. A Stoic rule for life always encourages this inward focus. Number 3, embrace challenges as opportunities. Life is full of difficulties, but the Stoics saw them as gifts. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." In other words, every obstacle is a chance to grow stronger. By following rules rooted in these principles, you're not just living by arbitrary guidelines. You're cultivating a mindset that prepares you for anything. Now, with this understanding, we'll explore timeless Stoic-inspired rules for life, grouped by 5 powerful themes. Ready? Let's dive in. Timeless rules for life. Now let's dive into the timeless Stoic-inspired rules for life. These aren't abstract ideas. They're practical, actionable guidelines for living with discipline, clarity, and resilience. To make them easier to follow, I've grouped them into 5 themes that form the pillars of a meaningful life: mindset, discipline, relationships, growth, and resilience. Number 1, mindset. It all starts with the mind. As the Stoics believed, your thoughts shape your reality. Here's the first rule: focus only on what you can control. Imagine how much mental energy we waste worrying about things we can't change, what others think, the outcomes of our efforts, or even the weather. The Stoics teach us to free our minds by focusing solely on our actions and attitudes. Another powerful mindset shift is to treat every obstacle as an opportunity. Marcus Aurelius famously wrote, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." What if you saw every challenge not as a setback, but as a training ground for your resilience? Here's a question for you. What's the most significant challenge you're facing right now? And how can you use it to grow stronger? Finally, embrace gratitude. The Stoics believed in appreciating what you have rather than longing for what you don't. Each morning, take a moment to reflect on one thing you're grateful for. It's a simple practice that can transform your perspective. Number 2, discipline. Discipline is the bridge between goals and achievements. The Stoics understood this deeply. Seneca said, "Well-being is attained little by little, and nevertheless is no little thing." What does this mean? Start small. Take one habit you've been meaning to build and break it down into manageable steps. But discipline isn't just about doing the hard things. It's about doing them consistently. Picture this. You don't need to write an entire book in one sitting. Start with a paragraph a day. Over time, these small efforts snowball into remarkable achievements. And let's not forget the importance of resisting distractions. In today's world, our environments are filled with temptations. Social media, notifications, instant gratification. A disciplined life begins with designing your surroundings to support focus. So, ask yourself, what's one distraction you can remove today to make room for your goals? The Stoics also believed in practicing voluntary discomfort to build mental toughness. Try skipping a meal, taking a cold shower, or walking instead of driving. These small acts remind you of your inner strength and prepare you for life's inevitable challenges. Number 3, relationships. Life is not lived in isolation. The Stoics recognized the value of strong relationships and wise interactions. One rule that resonates deeply is seek to understand rather than to be understood. Too often, we listen to respond, not to truly hear. What if you spent a day actively listening to others without interrupting? Kindness is another Stoic virtue. Seneca said, "Wherever there is a human being, there is an opportunity for kindness." Whether it's a compliment, a smile, or simply holding the door open, small acts of kindness have a ripple effect. But kindness doesn't mean sacrificing your boundaries. Respecting your time and expecting the same in return is essential. Stoic rules teach us to value our energy. Invest in relationships that uplift you and gracefully let go of those that drain you. Lastly, don't take things personally. Epictetus reminds us that most people's actions reflect their inner world, not ours. When someone is rude or dismissive, pause and remind yourself, it's not about me. This perspective is liberating and keeps your peace intact. Number 4, growth. Growth is the essence of a Stoic life. One rule stands out: pursue progress, not perfection. Perfection is an illusion, but progress? That's attainable every single day. The Stoics were avid learners. They didn't just read, they reflected and applied what they learned. So here's a challenge for you. The next time you read or watch something valuable, ask yourself, how can I use this in my life today? Failure was also celebrated by the Stoics, not as a defeat, but as a teacher. Imagine reframing every mistake as a lesson. What could you learn? How would it shape your future actions? And growth isn't just about yourself. It's about contributing to others. Teach what you've learned, mentor someone, or simply share your reflections with a friend. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "What we do now echoes in eternity." Growth doesn't just impact your life. It ripples outward to inspire those around you. Number 5, resilience. Finally, let's talk about resilience, the ability to bounce back stronger after life knocks you down. One of my favorite Stoic rules is this: this too shall pass. Whether you're riding a wave of success or struggling through a tough time, remember that nothing is permanent. Another key to resilience is learning to laugh at yourself. Life can be absurd, and humor is a powerful antidote to stress. Seneca advised finding lightness even in difficulty. What's something today that you can laugh about instead of stressing over? The Stoics also taught us to prepare for adversity. Marcus Aurelius would start each day by imagining the difficulties he might face: rudeness, disappointment, failure. Far from being pessimistic, this practice made him mentally ready for anything. How might your day change if you embrace this perspective? Lastly, remember this: resilience doesn't mean never falling. It means always rising. Every time you get back up, you prove to yourself that you're stronger than you thought. Reflection. Let's take a step back and reflect on everything we've discussed so far. Stoicism isn't about perfection, it's about progress. It's about aligning your actions with your values and living intentionally. So here's a question for you. Out of all the rules we've explored, which one resonated with you the most? Is it focusing on what you can control, practicing voluntary discomfort, or perhaps cultivating gratitude? Take a moment to pause and think about it. Better yet, write it down. What's one Stoic-inspired rule you can start applying today to make your life more disciplined, resilient, or meaningful? And here's another challenge. Choose a rule from each of the 5 themes: mindset, discipline, relationships, growth, and resilience. Reflect on how they could improve specific areas of your life. For example, how might focusing on progress, not perfection, impact your personal growth? Or how might practicing active listening transform your relationships? If you're comfortable, share your chosen rules in the comments. Let's create a community of individuals striving to live with Stoic purpose. Who knows, your insights might inspire someone else to start their journey. Remember, self-reflection isn't just an intellectual exercise. It's the first step toward meaningful action. Now, let's wrap this up with some final thoughts and actionable advice. Conclusion. We've covered a lot today. Timeless Stoic-inspired rules for life, divided into 5 powerful themes: mindset, discipline, relationships, growth, and resilience. These rules aren't just abstract ideas. They're practical tools to help you navigate life with clarity, purpose, and strength. But here's the most important part. Knowledge means nothing without action. So here's your challenge. Choose one rule from today's video and commit to living by it. Whether it's practicing gratitude, setting a boundary, or reframing a failure, start small and stay consistent. Drop a comment below with the rule you're going to apply and how you think it will impact your life. Let's inspire and hold each other accountable. If this video gave you value, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share it with someone who might benefit from Stoic wisdom. Your support helps this channel continue sharing actionable insights for living a meaningful life. Thank you for watching. Remember, Stoicism isn't just a philosophy to read, it's a way of life to practice. Stay disciplined, stay resilient, and I'll see you in the next video.